1553 Zulu weather, wind 06015, gust 24, visibility 10, sky.
Gusting to 24. It's day one of the 31-day Safer Pilot Challenge, and today, well, because of gusty wind landings. Power back, 10 degrees flaps, perfect landing, still starts with a perfect pattern. What is happening, everybody? Day one of the 31-day Safer Pilot Challenge. Who has been waiting for this exact moment? Well, we're starting it off a little bit differently here today. Normally I start with an engine failure on takeoff. We'll get to those later in the month. What's going to happen is every day this month I'm going to post one video. Try to get it up pretty early in the morning for those of you early risers as well. You'll be getting the emails about it and everything else as well. But every day for the 31 days of January, we're going to post some great content like this, and you have one job. It is to check in the comments down below and tell me who is 1 for 1. We want to get all the way on through. I'll be your accountability partner through all of this. Hey, today is gusty wind landings. We are landing, as you heard, it's gusting up to 2-4. I'll get a wind check as we get a little bit closer. How do we approach? First off, for many of us, gusting to 2-4 should be beyond your personal minimums. Right, for most of the people watching this, gusting at 2-4 should probably be a no-go decision. With the exception, you have your instructor with you or something along those lines. But for the most part, it's a pretty gusty day. We'll get a wind check as we get a little bit closer. How do I approach a gusty day like this? Well, you want to come in a little bit faster. Why a little bit faster? I have a greater command over my controls compared to when I get coming a little bit slower, or I lower something like flaps, right? The wind can get under those flaps and really move me around. On a gusty day like today, I'll find out the wind check here. I may go no flaps. I may just go 10 degrees of flaps. We'll see. So we're coming on in, and right now I'm just focused on maintaining center line. I'm kind of riding the waves. You see we're kind of getting bumped around just a little bit here. It's no big deal. I have to find other unique ways to help slow this airplane down. Now another thing to realize is, well, I realize my airspeed right now is 115 indicated. How much of that is real, right? I got a lot of wind coming in that pitot tube. My ground speed's 90. My indicated's 115. Again, I'm a 3-mile final, 4-mile final, so that's acceptable, but I need to find ways to start slowing this thing down. So on a gusty day like this, I'll make a much more shallow approach because I can't afford the luxury of nosing the airplane down like when I have flaps allow me to make that steeper approach. I'm not able to. So I need to fly a much more shallow approach. Now, they already cleared me to land, so that's all good. I'm still quite a ways out, 2.8 miles out here. And I'm continuing, I'm just kind of riding the waves. I'm tracking center line as well. Now, when you're in the left seat, you want to try to, for your visual, you want to try to put the center line on your right shoulder. My right seaters, you want to put the center line right about on your chest.
Make the left here, Bravo. Yeah, you can make the left on the runway, left on Charlie ground point 7.
Everything's looking good here.
31, left on Charlie.
Airspeed's calming down, about almost 100 indicated. It's going to be tough without flaps here. I am flying a shallower approach. I don't have obstacles to worry about. Jeez, getting all bumped around. Ask for a wind check. Wind check, please.
06012, gust 22.
Gust 22. Okay, so I'm landing 5, which is beneficial. It's almost down the runway, but don't feel all warm and fuzzy about that. It's still a lot of wind. I'm going to land with just 10 degrees of flaps. Sometimes I'll come in no flaps, especially if it's a strong crosswind. All these principles I'm teaching about gusty wind landings, they can also apply to crosswind landings here as well. So everything's looking good. I'm kind of amazed. I don't know if the camera can catch this. There is a little Piper Cub to the right of 5, holding short, like wanting to take off. And I don't take my little Piper Cub out if it's over like 6 knots. So again, to each their own. As I get bumped all around, that airplane weighs half what this thing weighs, and I know how I'm getting bumped around. My eyes are looking at that number 5. Winds are from 060. I realize the PAPI lights show I'm low, and I am low. But where the PAPI lights want me to land, they want me to land on the 1,000-foot marks. And I already told you I'm making a more shallow approach. I'm aware of any obstacles. It looks good. We're clear of everything. All's looking good. I'm babying that power on back. My power's actually back to idle right now. We're going to hold it here. I'm at 90 across the road. Keeping my nose coming down. I'm at 80 over airport property. Again, with just 10 degrees of flaps, you can manage your speed pretty well here. Ride the waves. Eyes down that runway. Eyes down that runway. Use the rudders. Hold it. Hold it. Don't flare. Just transition. Just hold it there. All you got to do is just hold it there. Gusty wind landings don't have to be all that difficult. It's when you start to over-control it and everything else like that where you can end up getting yourself in trouble. Give me 1 second to get off his runway here. That's where you get yourself in trouble when you try to over-control the airplane. You just got to have you're like a sniper trying to hit the spot on the runway. You just have to have a steady hand with all of it. So what'd you think of day one of the 31 Days Safer Pilot Challenge? You got 30 more to go. Check in that you're 1 for 1. I will see you all bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a blessed, abundant, outstanding rest of your day. And most importantly, remember, a good pilot is always learning. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you.